We ready?
Yeah.
All right. We'll call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Saudi,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Nyman,
Here.
Benjali, here, Bush,
Here.
Thibault, Vaughn,
Here.
Cotter,
Yes, ma'am.
Taylor.
Here. Join us for
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a few additions tonight. Invasive Species Annual Report, J10 and MVPC bylaws, J11 and MP process, and J12 building official inspector contract.
Motion to approve the agenda as amended. Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, the agenda is approved. Employee recognition, presentations, and reports. Zach, welcome.
Hello, for anybody that isn't familiar with us, my name is Zach Peklow, and I'm the program coordinator for North Country Cooperative Invasive Species Management Area, or North Country SISMA for short. Quite often. We cover 6 counties, with Wexford being one of them. So the annual report that you have in front of you is kind of our entire coverage area, but I will highlight a couple things for Wexford County specifically. We have a great working relationship with our road commission. Carl Hansen over there kind of has an understanding of the impacts of Phragmites and Japanese knotweed on our roadsides, both for sightline view issues and for infrastructure concerns. So this past year and this upcoming year marks another year of partnership with them, where we're treating all of their roadside Japanese knotweed and Phragmites. Pretty amazing. Pennies on the dollar compared to what counties downstate spend. I know Ray Township and St. Clair spend $100,000 a year. So we're just a couple $1,000s a year to get all of the knotweed and Phragmites treated in the county, which is absolutely amazing. That's highlight of my coverage area, and super happy with that partnership. We continue our ORV outreach project. We are basically promoting decontamination to prevent the spread of invasive species on the trails. Similar to how folks shouldn't put a boat into a lake covered in weeds, we don't want people bringing their side-by-sides, dirt bikes up here covered in dirt from downstate, other parts of the country, and introducing stuff to our pristine natural areas. So a lot of outreach on trails and partnership with Cadillac Area Visitors Bureau as they kind of promote more riding in the area. So hopefully you'll see us at some of our trail events this year. Then moving on, we did find an occurrence of black swallowwort, which is a new plant for our entire 6-county coverage area. We found one occurrence in Millbrook, which is down in Costa County, and then that same year we found one occurrence in northern Wexford County in between Manton and Niesick. So swallowwort is a member of the milkweed family, and it's a sink for monarchs. But when monarchs come and land on there, it's actually toxic to their larvae. So kind of a catch-22. It has those milkweed-like seed pods that can be blown long distances. So luckily, we caught it pretty early. It was one plant right on the roadside where we were already doing some treatments. So, stay tuned for more updates on that. We hope that isn't something that becomes a major issue for the area. And then quite a lot of other outreach projects overall. And you'll see my outreach coordinator dressed up there at Bigfoot, handing out stuff for the Cadillac trick-or-treaters. A lot of engaging the youth. We're a pretty good split between outreach and engagement with the community as well as on-the-ground treatment. So We also assist private property owners through our at-cost treatment program. So we're a mixture of state, federal, and self-sustaining programs. So state and federal grants. And then we have programs like our at-cost treatment program to help property owners, and that program is run at cost. So that's about the highlights that I got for Wexford County. We are a small staff, but we're getting a lot done in the area, and we appreciate the support from Wexford County.
Any questions for Zach? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Harry, we also have MSU tonight.
Hello, good afternoon, happy spring, sorry, quite the surprise of the snow. Thank you for allowing me to come in today, kind of impromptu, but I just wanted to say a couple quick updates. We are pretty much moved into our new space, so I want to say thanks to Joe and Jamie and Adam and your support for that move. So there will be more details to come with that. Hopefully, the goal is we're going to have an open house for the new space over there. Along with that new space, we did have a couple of unknown things as we moved in there. So I just talked with Joe, and coming up, and hopefully the next meeting, I'm going to bring a proposal together because we need to get some new line drops put in for the phone systems. We didn't realize those were all cut when they came in. So there were a couple of additional expenses that we didn't realize when we started. So we're going to look at doing an amendment to the MOA that was originally supported with some of those additional costs. So we are sitting good in terms of that perspective financially. I also want to say thanks to those commissioners that attended the new commissioner school. I know it feels like it's been a little while ago now, but weather was pretty much the same over there, very cold and snowy. But hopefully you found some of those resources to be helpful. And then just the last two updates, we had Anna Kmart, who was our community nutrition instructor. She went back to school and we have replaced her with Kendra Gibson. And so she started this week. Kendra's been in the organization for an extended period of time, so we're very excited to have Kendra here. She's done actually a ton of just innovative stuff, success stories, and so we're really excited that she's going to bring her talents here. And then also, we just recently filled the office manager position, and so Heather Salas will be joining our staff actually on Monday. So I'll be back here on Monday to help with onboarding of her. So any questions with that?
Any questions for him? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will now open the floor to public comments. And we will close public comment. Consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support. We have a motion and support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed 8-0. Agenda item J1, letter of support for the B program.
Motion to approve the administrators to send a letter on behalf of the board to support any organization applying for a BEAD grant application to expand broadband infrastructure to the residents of Wexford County.
Support. We have a motion and support. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sagi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjali,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J2, appointment to Networks Northwest.
Motion to approve the recommendation from the Human Resource Public Safety Committee to recommend Ben Townsend to be appointed as a required economic community development representative to the Networks Northwest Board.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All in favor? I can do a roll. We need a roll call on this?
Why don't we just?
Go ahead and do a roll call.
Potter,
Yes.
Sagi,
Yes.
Nelson,
No.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjali,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, motion passes 7-1. J3, intern request prosecutor's office.
Motion to approve the prosecutor's request to hire temporary full-time summer intern at an hourly rate of $25 an hour.
Support. We have a motion and support. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Sagi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjali,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J4, request for juvenile intake probation officer probation.
Motion to approve the addition of a full-time juvenile intake probation officer to the probate course roster at an M2 level contingent upon the continuance of the 75% grant funding for the position.
Support. We have a motion and support. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J5, Sheriff's Office purchase request for cameras.
Motion to approve the quote from Procom in amount of $236,587.68 for in-car and body worn cameras and to waive the bid process in accordance with Section J of Policy D 1.0.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J6, 2025 bulk paper purchase.
Motion to approve the bid for the 2025 bulk paper purchase in the amount of $12,291.70 to Central Michigan Paper Company.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J7, MGT agreement, FOC.
Motion to approve the MGT agreement for FOC and authorize the chairman to sign on behalf of the county.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions, discussion? Roll call, please.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J8, MGT agreement prosecutor.
Motion to approve the MGT agreement with the prosecutor and authorize the chairman to sign on behalf of the county.
Support. We have a motion and support. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J9, civic center roof.
Motion to waive the competitive bidding process in accordance with Section J of Policy D 1.0 and approve the MMRMA approved quote in the amount of $123,500, including the 15-year warranty from J. Freeland Roofing Systems Incorporated to replace the roof for the auditorium at the Civic Center.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions or discussion?
Did we get any dates of completion?
We do not have a finalized, they are hoping to have it on before the end of the month, weather permitting.
Just no date, Dennis, they're gonna do it when they can.
They're working currently on Van Green building here, and their intent is to move that crew from there right directly to the Civic Center.
Is the Civic Center still closed? Is that on-
Last I knew, they had canceled some events. I did hear today that they were going to start allowing some events in there, so we'll certainly be checking with them after this rain event to see, because this company did do a bunch of repairs up there to keep it dry.
Anything else? Roll call, please.
Potter,
Yes.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, the motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J10, MMPC bylaw.
Motion to approve the Manistee, Misaki, Wexford Multi-County Materials Management Planning Committee bylaws as presented.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Savi,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Benjalik,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, that motion passes 8-0. J11, MMP process work program.
Motion to approve the Manistee Misaki. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve the Manistee Masaki Wexford Multi-County Materials Management Plan Work Program for fiscal year 2025 as presented.
Support. We have a motion and support. Any questions, discussion? Roll call please.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nyman,
Yes.
Bentley,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Soggy,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, motion passes 8-0. Agenda item J12, building official inspector contract.
Motion to approve the independent contract agreement for building and official soil erosion services with Mackenzie Erickson in the amount of $90,000 per year and authorize the chairman to sign on behalf of the county.
Support. We have a motion and support. Any questions? Roll call please.
Nyman,
Yes.
Bentley,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Soggy,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes, motion passes 8-0, and that ends our agenda items. Administrative report.
The first thing I have is, next week, the first part of the week is the MAC legislative conference, so Jamie and I believe 3 commissioners are signed up to go down to that conference and talk to the officials down there and see what's going on in Lansing. We're concerned a couple grants that we've gotten through the state, we've got notice that they're reducing those a little bit. One of them was the veterans grant, they reduced that by about $8,000, and then, there was another grant that was reduced by about $2,000, so. We're hopeful that everything else, a lot of our funding comes from state grants and state programs, so, we'll be working on that. We're hoping to have the Civic Center roof on by the end of the month. I have reached out to, the Cadillac Visitors Bureau and the Chamber to see if we could at least look at a possible alternative location, just in case that roof isn't completed. So I know they were gonna check with the armory, but they're not quite sure that even that's quite big enough, so. We'll be pushing G. Freeland to at least get the roof cover on, and they may not have the metal on, but at least hopefully have that roof cover on by then. Update on the registrar's office, they're adding more documents every day. US Imaging is there, it's not ready right now, but it's coming, we're watching those documents added every day. Roxanne and her staff are verifying documents from the time they get here till the time they leave, and making sure that things are indexed so they can be found properly. So, they are working very hard there.
Any questions for Joe? Thanks, Joe. We have no correspondence, so we will open the floor to public comment.
Hello, John Kashmeier, Cadillac, Michigan. I'm here tonight again representing Team Humanity. That means everybody. That means Wexford County, that means the state of Michigan, that means black and white, Democrat, Republican, straight or gay. That means everybody. There are globalist psychopaths that are murdering us all, and they call us useless eaters. They push their agenda called Agenda 2030, where the population levels they want to maintain at 500 million by 2030. That's a whole lot of people that they want to kill. So they're still pushing their poison vaccines. I don't watch the local news. Turned it on the other day for some weather, and I got CBS this morning pushing Bob the drag queen at me. And I was like, wow, I thought we were done with all this, And then just the other day, about the ice storm, I got on there and they were talking about to get your COVID-19 vaccine. Really? Are they still doing this? So there's a lot of concern about water quality, and it should be, because there's a lot of issues with our water in Wexford County. But I want you to know about our air quality too. I've called 911 twice now, because it's been an aerial assault by geoengineering, they call it, stratospheric aerosol injection, chemtrails. So this was going on all over the place. So I take pictures and make videos, and I post it on social media that I'm not banned from. And then I share it all to the local groups that people just add me into for whatever reason. So I'm just share. And I get the haters talking smack and I respond and I get kicked out for the end of April. But I'm trying to save lives and raise awareness to this aerial assault that we're being under chemtrails. It's very real. The HHS Secretary, Kennedy, is talking about going with the Trump administration and working to do something about this geoengineering, this chemtrails. There's even a state rep that's got a co-sponsor here in Michigan to something locally, statewide. There are several states that already have introduced legislation to ban it, so just letting you know that chemtrails are very real, and we all value our air quality as well as our water quality. So thank you all for your attention to this very important matter.
Thanks, Donnie. Not seeing anybody else come forward, public comment liaison reports.
Benjoli? None. Bush?
None.
Vaughn?
None?
Paddock?
None.
Zaggy?
None.
Nelson?
None.
Nyman?
None.
Haley?
None. Board comments.
Bush?
None.
Vaughn?
None?
Paddock?
None.
Zaggy?
None.
Nelson?
None.
Nyman?
I just like to thank Joe and the staff around here for all the hard work they've done with all the stuff coming up with the civic center roof and all that, and the register deeds office. It's been a heck of a year, so I just appreciate y'all.
Benjoli? Nothing. Taylor?
Thank everybody for attending and
Motion to adjourn.
support, all in favor?
Aye.
I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention.